1. Causes of the war. The war stemmed from territorial disputes between the U.S. and Mexico, particularly over Texas. Texas had declared independence from Mexico in 1836 and was annexed by the U.S. in 1845. Mexico refused to recognize the annexation and disputed the border. Mexico claimed that the border was the Nueces River, while the U.S. claimed it was the Rio Grande. 2. Start of the conflict. The war began on April 25, 1846, when Mexican troops attacked U.S. soldiers near the Rio Grande. President James K. Polk used the incident to justify declaring war. He argued that Mexico had shed American blood upon American soil. 3. Manifest destiny. The war was driven by the U.S.'s belief in manifest destiny, which is the idea that the U.S. was destined to expand across the North American continent, from the Atlantic to the Pacific. 4. Major battles. Key battles included the Siege of Veracruz, the Battle of Buena Vista, and the Battle of Chapultepec. General Zachary Taylor and General Winfield Scott were prominent U.S. commanders. 5. Occupation of Mexico City. U.S. forces, under General Winfield Scott, captured Mexico City in September 1847, which effectively ended major fighting in the war. 6. The Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo. Signed on February 2, 1848, this treaty ended the war. Mexico ceded a vast amount of territory to the U.S., including present-day California, Arizona, New Mexico, Nevada, Utah, and parts of Colorado and Wyoming. Mexico received $15 million, or about $600 million in 2024 dollars, and the assumption of some Mexican debts. 7. Territorial gains for the U.S. The U.S. acquired over 500,000 square miles of territory. The country increased its size by about 1/3. This acquisition further fueled debates over the expansion of slavery in the new territories. 8. Casualties and costs. Approximately 13,000 U.S. soldiers died, the majority from disease, and over 25,000 Mexican soldiers and civilians were killed. The war cost the U.S. an estimated $97 million, or almost $4 trillion in 2024. 9. Impact on Mexico. The war was a devastating blow to Mexico, which lost nearly half its territory. It also deepened political instability and resentment toward the U.S. and Mexico. 10. Legacy and controversy. The war remains controversial. Some Americans, like Congressman Abraham Lincoln, opposed it as an unjust war of aggression. For Mexicans, it is remembered as a tragic loss of national territory and sovereignty. Everyone is entitled to their own opinions about everything. It's also important to consider the facts when debating issues. We can build healthy conversations over farm-to-table feasts and still live in peace with one another. It's okay to disagree, but is it worth losing a meaningful relationship over an opinion? Sometimes, we must let toxic people go, but most of the time, we really can agree to disagree within healthy reciprocal relationships.